Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. I'm going to present a style that I have not seen in quite a few years. This is Noriko Jackson. I'm presenting it today also to show you this beautiful medium brunette called ICED MOCHA R. A look at the full review and color coming up. I purchased this style with my own funds from Wig Studio One. We invite you to shop at Wig Studio One. Expand the description box below. You'll find a link to the main store as well as this product where you can check out more details and prices. If you have any questions about this style or any other, reach out to support@wigstudio1.com. They're always ready to help. Jackson is just quintessential Noriko. It's been around a long time. It's one of their most popular styles. It just really reflects Noriko's main niche in the market, which is a shaggy style, lots of layering, a traditional cap, and always beautiful fiber. But let's first of all get into this color, ICED MOCHA R. I'm really happy to be able to present you with a medium brunette today. So ICED MOCHA R starts with a medium brown, and that brown is more ashy in tone. And then it's heavily highlighted with a light honey blonde. Now those honey blonde can be a little bit chunky in places, especially on the top and around the face, but you'll see them blended throughout the style. Noriko has some amazing colors. I really feel like their color palette is really well done. There's multiple layers of colors. You'll see lots of different tones that go in to make up all of the colors. Now this particular one is rooted as well, so you'll see a dark brown root. And because this is a medium brown, that transition from the root to the color is very, very subtle and natural. So all of this beautiful layering really goes into the most flattering look. I feel like this is a good style for just about any face shape. That first layer is going to be about 6.8 inches, and it kind of gently feathers back into the style. But it just gently frames the face, and it kind of catches up with some of the other layering here to make a really flattering look. Now overall, this is about 14 inches from the crown to the tip of the hair in the back. And then there's multiple layers here on the side and additional layers in the back as well. It weighs about 4.2 ounces and has a basic cap or a traditional cap. So I'm going to show you the cap here in just a moment. It seems like when you've seen one Noriko cap, you've kind of seen them all in terms of how they're constructed. A Noriko cap is a very hardy cap. It's meant to go the long haul. They use thick, durable materials. It feels very secure on the head in most cases. And I just feel like the quality of construction is very consistent and predictable with the Noriko caps. So with this basic cap, you're not going to get any lace, you're not going to get any monofilament. That's going to help to keep the price point down. As of the date of this filming, I think it was around $179 retail for this style, and most retailers will offer a 30% discount. If you use the code BEAUTIFULYOU at checkout at Wig Studio One, they'll offer you a 30% discount on all of the Noriko styles and more. There's another thing that Noriko is very famous for, and that is the shape and the profile of their wigs, mostly supported by a lot of PERMATEASE. So on Jackson, you're going to find a lot of PERMATEASE all over this cap. It's meant to support the style. Some people are averse to lots of PERMATEASE, so this will be a style that you really want to consider before you buy. There's a lot of PERMATEASE here on the top. Just a thick, pillowy presence of PERMATEASE throughout the top of the style. Quite a bit right there at just behind the crown. That creates a little bit of bump in profile, a beautiful silhouette. And you'll find lots of PERMATEASE right here at the temple, just above the ear tab, at the back, and at the nape on this style. I recommend going with more of a darker color or a rooted color to help obscure the look of PERMATEASE from the top. So anytime you get a PERMATEASE top, you always run the risk of having a little nestiness in the part. There's a lot you can do about this. So the first thing and the obvious thing you can do is to dirty up that part a little bit. You don't want it too perfect. Just a straight line back to the crown might reveal some of that PERMATEASE. I think it's really well done on this color. Of course, it is rooted, and I'm not getting any sense of looking down into a nesty part. The other thing that PERMATEASE is going to do is it's going to spring up those fibers, okay? And by the fibers being sprung up a little bit, it also helps to hide that PERMATEASE layer on the top. So let's talk about the Noriko fiber. Noriko fibers tend to be very hardy fibers. Now on this particular piece, compared to what I remember of my Jackson several years ago, this one feels like it has a drier, finer fiber than what I was used to. But Noriko fibers typically last, and they're not heat friendly. The only trouble that I have with these fibers on a straight style, a longer straight style, is that they get stringy very, very quickly. A straight style like this on Jackson, you're probably going to have a brush in your handbag and take it out and go through it several times a day just to relieve it of the really severe stringiness. Now, if you're working with a side part, you're probably going to have issues with the hair flopping. So if you work with a side part here, the hair kind of wants to come straight down. So it'll take quite a bit of training to keep that out of your eyes. So all I did was shook it out, and I made my part more or less in the middle. I divided the front pieces a little unevenly, but pretty much through right down the middle on the top. Sometimes you have to experiment to determine what is going to be the easiest way to keep the hair out of your eyes. In terms of density, I think it has a nice medium density. It looks like a lot of hair, doesn't it, on Jackson? But really that's because of all of this PERMATEASE kind of supporting what hair is here. Finer fibers, medium density, lots of PERMATEASE. I almost feel like this might be a little overwhelming for me, the amount of volume that is there on such a longer style. On a short style, I'm good with volume, but we start to get volume all over on a longer style. It starts to overwhelm my features pretty quickly. I know so many of you have probably experienced Jackson. This may even be one of the staples that you have in your wig collection. If you own a Jackson and have something to share, please comment below. We would love to hear from you on your experience with Jackson by Noriko. A quick look inside of the cap for Noriko's Jackson. It's a standard cap by Noriko. So you're going to find a rose net or rose lace on the top that houses all of that PERMATEASE. And that extends all the way around the full crown and halfway down to the temple. There's a little hidden weft there at the front. And a closed rose lace ear tab. Bra strap type of gestures, and on this one, just a standard nape. There's plenty of wefting. What I've noticed on Noriko styles is that they're pretty much average right out of the box. Noriko styles tend to adapt to your circumference and measurements pretty easily over time. They seem to be a little tight but loosen up over time. For styling for Jackson, I think it's beautiful just left down. It's very casual. There's a lot you can do with it. I simply took it out of the box, gave it a shake, arranged it and found a parting space that kept the hair out of my eyes. With glasses, I feel like the glasses arms would be best served slipped underneath the ear tab or into a weft to hold them into place. There's a lot of PERMATEASE right there at the ear tab. So I'm just gonna mess around with this hair a little bit, see how we can part it, see how much volume we can get, and maybe come up with some different styles. Thanks so much for stopping by for a look at Noriko Jackson in the color Iced Mocha R. See you next time on Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio 1.